definition, this is why you should not take your kids to watch the Barbie movie. In the opening of this movie, we see a bunch of little girls playing with their dolls, their baby dolls, and then as soon as Barbie arrives on the scene, these little girls start smashing their dolls and they say, we don't have to be mothers anymore. And before you say this is harmless, it's not. The entire movie takes place in a feminist utopia. So every scene is strategically filmed to convey certain messages. We all know feminists are pro-abortion. They love taking their babies to the slaughterhouse. And so this scene sends a loud pro-abortion propaganda message. Secondly, as I said, the movie takes place in a feminist utopia. And so one of the main themes of the movie is that women are powerful, women are great, women are smart, women are diverse, women are resourceful, but men are completely useless and their existence is completely hinged on women and they're good for nothing other than sex. All the women in Barbie Land have meaningful jobs. They are astronauts, pilots, politicians, presidents, etc. And they don't like men. They don't like hanging around where the men are. They generally tend to not associate with the men. Now, all the men in Barbie have no real job. The only thing they do is wake up and go to the beach every day. Their entire existence revolves around women. Next, we have Dr. Barbie, who is played by a transgender. So, in other words, you don't even have to be a woman to be a woman. You can be a man and still be a woman. And by the way, the real actor, the real transgender actor said that this movie is candy with a little bit of poison, and that's how I like it. This movie is all feminist propaganda with the clear intention to indoctrinate your children. The takeaways of this movie are that real men are useless. Men have to submit to women, and men can be women. The traditional family is useless. If you don't want to be a mother, you can just go ahead and have as many abortions as you want. And women are only special and unique and valuable because of their physical beauty.
Shalom. First and foremost, on give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. Four corners of the earth to you, I say shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around that what you see on the screen. And, just more feminist, anti-masculinity propaganda, that Esau is pushing out via his media, through the movies, okay? Simple things like advertisements, toys, TV shows. He's using to push full force all his ideologies, And this it's an all-out attack on masculinity, on men. That's why they rather promote men playing dress up, as something powerful. And that's the only time as a man that you get recognition as being strong and, being good, is if you're either a Mo or you a transformer, but only the weak are going to fall for that, like women. That's really who the target audience of that movie Barbie was. It was you simple behind women, because that's who really fall for all the bullshit of feminism. These guys that go out there, they're really just manipulating you. They don't believe, really they just want to hit. So they're going to tell you whatever, they want to hear, whatever you want to hear to get in them panties, Oh yeah, babe, you're equal. Yeah. You want another drink, trying to get in them drawers. But, for the most part, men don't really believe this shit is the women, This is Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Right? That's why they got you know, labor pains, you know. That for a lot of women is real hard. Is you know, they risk their life, you know, having seeds, doing what they were created to do. Why? Because, you know, Eve decided to go off in the garden, you know, and be tempted by the serpent. You know, she's done it again, you know, in this modern time. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So this is what a woman is supposed to, that's her role. Her desire is supposed to be towards her husband, and the man shall rule over her. Right? But they hate you bring that out to a woman, and you know, she gonna be so cut, and especially these Western women, you know, so-called black women ain't gonna hear that, you know, because Esau gave her he gave her free reign, freedom from the law, you know. He gave her liberation, right? Sexual liberation and independence, right? And movies like this continue to perpetuate it. And you best believe, and he's freaking, you know, Jake out there taking his family to see that bullshit, you know, and all that's doing is programming her to be against you, you know. It's Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backside and daughter? For Yahweh Shema Shai hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. See? And that's what this movie you know, stiffly represents, firmly represents. A woman compassing a man. You know, in a feminist utopia, right? And this is only going to increase that pride and that attitude that, you know, Western women already have, man. Especially the Israelite women, because Israelite women look up to the Edomite women. So when movies like this come out, you know, first thing they end up do is go on Twitter, when we gonna get a Bratz movie, you know, because they envy what the Edomite woman has. So they gonna put it on even harder than E, you know, than the so-called white women. You know? Eve, so simple, man. She fall for the bullshit every time, man. You know? But again, man, just Esau's propaganda, you know, and he's pushing that propaganda machine to the max now. That's why all of a sudden you got all these entertainment events happening, and guess what? They're good, man. 2023 has had, you know, the best entertainment you could ask for. Why? Because they need people to be distracted. You know, things are intensifying. This Nahum 3 and 4, because of the multitude of the whoredom, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft. See, and this is why the scriptures refer to America as you know, this Babylon. You know, Babylon means what? Confusion. Right? This place is of great confusion. Women over men. Okay? And then men that used to be women are over women. You know, this place is bugged out. You know, a woman would completely disregard everything you tell her, but let her homosexual tell her anything, man. She's gonna really consider it and take it in, and you know, feed off of it. You know, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. See? And that's what this movie is another example of it, right? A prime example, you know, because Esau, he needs these people. He has to put out those spells more and more often now because they're starting to wear off. You know, to keep it real with you, a lot of people are really waking up to reality and the truth. You know, a lot of people are really waking up to it. You know, so Esau, you know, those lies are falling apart. So he has to put more out there because people are starting to figure it out, man. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt not, or if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. See? So if it's gonna work, it's gonna work, E. If not, you know, you're gonna be finding yourself scrambling again. You know, and you already scrambling again to put out the next piece of shit. You know, put out the next piece of shit. Now he's moving on to Snow White. He wants to make Snow White a feminist agenda movie. But guess what? People are already calling it out. People are already calling out Barbie. Okay, so it's gonna get to the point, Esau. You're just gonna have to come with it. You know, all this running around that you're doing, you know, it's really pointless, man. If you so confident in what you're doing, man, if you believe it's gonna work, just do it, man. The people are ready for the mark, man. Just put it out there, man. You know, they ready for it. All right. But he's, you know, the scriptures say that he's in straits. All right. He feeling the pressure. But you asked for this, though. This is Proverbs 16:29. A violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. And that's what he's doing. That's what his whole system structure is about. Okay, keeping you, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, down and out. You know, matter of fact, he wants you completely eradicated. And to keep it frank with you, you know, Jake is damn near there, man. You know, as a whole, you know, Jake is at the point of no return. That's why the scriptures say if it weren't for a small remnant, we would have been in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. So our people fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. You know, and he's continuing to do it. You know, he shutteth his eyes to devise forward things, moving his lips. He bringeth evil to pass. See, and that's what he does, man. That's what he does. It never fails. You know, and then our people, you know, wonder why. They get nowhere with this guy, man. You know, but Jake is starting to wake up from it. You know, and eventually you can't keep, you know, putting out bullshit, man, because people are tired of it. Your own people are tired of it. You being called out, Esau. And with the honor of all praise, honor, glory to you, how about Shemal Shah, by Shem Rakakadash, Wa, Ba, Ba, and DTA.